Hi guys, what's up? It's your girl Charla from That Girl Cooks Healthy. Today I'm going to show you how to make this Jamaican sweet potato pudding. It's delicious. It's a great recipe to make if you like Jamaican or Caribbean desserts. It's also vegan friendly, gluten free. It's a really easy recipe to make, and it has that delicious soft top, also known as a custard top. Let's get to the recipe. So these are the ingredients you're going to need. I'm going to start by putting a disclaimer out and saying that every Jamaican or Caribbean person makes sweet potato pudding differently in terms of ingredients. So this is the way that I was taught to make it. Well, should I say, we weren't taught to make it gluten-free, but I've modified it to make it gluten-free, but also I've managed to hold on to some traditional parts of how you make sweet potato pudding, or at least how we make it in my house. So anyway, as I said that, you're going to need sweet potato. The sweet potato you're going to need is a Caribbean style sweet potato. That is the one with the red skin, and the flesh tends to be, it can be very white or it can be a slightly yellow tint to it. So that's the sweet potato. As you see in the video, this is the one that you're looking for. You're also going to need some yellow yam. Not everybody adds yellow yam to their pudding, but we like to add yellow yam to ours. Yellow yam is sweeter than white yam, not as bitter, so you do want to get the yellow yam for this particular recipe. You're also going to need some brown rice flour. Again, because it's gluten-free, I'm using brown rice flour, but you can use another type of gluten-free flour if you want to. I also have some fine cornmeal. Not everybody adds cornmeal to theirs, but I wanted to add it, particularly being gluten-free. I wanted to not put too much flour, so I decided to use cornmeal flour for this. Should I say, so it's cornmeal is the fine textured one. That's the one you want. You don't want the coarse one. Also going to need some coconut milk, some browning. That is subjective. Some people add browning, some people don't. I like to add browning in mine. Some vanilla, also some spices. So you have nutmeg, you have cinnamon, and also some pink salt as well. So as you see here, I have my baking pan. Now the baking pan you need for this recipe needs to be 9 inches. It needs to be circular, and it needs to be the one with the removable bottom. In terms of lining it, I just like to line it. That's just my preference, but you can either line it or grease it and then put it to the side. So as you can see here, I've already peeled my yellow yam, and I've also peeled my sweet potato, and I'm just showing you guys what it looks like peeled. Mine is more of a white color, but as I said, sometimes it can be an off color, like an off cream color as well. So I'm just going to put those to the side, and then I'm going to show you what to do next. So the first thing we need to do is to grate the sweet potato. As you can see, I have a box grater, and I'm using the medium side. So you want the medium holes for the box grater, and you just want to grate the sweet potato. You can cut it up into smaller pieces if it's easier, but I just tend to hold it like that because I'm used to making the recipe. So you also want to just grate it until it's completely just grated. Some people like to cheat and they'll use a blender, but I find the texture can be too loose, so this is the reason why I just tend to grate it. And as you can see, I've just fast track the process because it will be there forever showing you guys how to grate it. And this is pretty much what it looks like once it is grated in your bowl. And then we're going to follow up with the yellow yam as well. So now that I've grated the sweet potato, I'm going to grate the yellow yam. Again, I'm using the same medium holes, the same side for the box grater, and I'm going to fast track the process as well so you guys can see what it looks like once both of them have been grated. So this is what it looks like when both the yellow yam and the sweet potato have been grated, and then I'm gonna put it to the side. So in another bowl, what we're going to do now is to add our dry ingredients. So we're going to add the brown rice flour, the yellow fine cornmeal, our spices, cane sugar, and then what we're going to do is just going to mix it all together. So now I'm going back to the bowl with the sweet potato and the yellow yam, and I'm going to add some vanilla. Also going to add some browning and my coconut milk, and I'm just going to mix everything together until it's all completely smooth and even. So what I'm going to do now is to add the bowl with the dry ingredients to the wet bowl. So I'm going to add just a small amount of the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients, and then I'm going to mix at the same time until all of it is completely incorporated, and you want your mixture to be very smooth. So I have my baking pan with a removable bottom, and what I'm going to do now is that I'm just going to carefully pour that mixture into the baking pan, and then once I do that, I'm just going to make sure everything is completely even and there's not any uneven parts, and then I'm going to put it in the oven and I'm going to bake it. I usually bake it for around about 45 minutes to an hour or so, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. While the sweet potato pudding is baking, I'm going to prepare the custard top. So what I have is I have some coconut milk in a bowl, and I'm going to add some raw cane sugar and also some cinnamon. I'm just going to mix it, and then I'm going to put it to the side. So this is what the sweet potato pudding looks halfway through. So what I'm going to do now is that mixture that I showed you guys before for the soft top, what we're going to do now is I'm going to get a spoon and I'm going to spoon that over the entire top of the sweet potato pudding, and this is what we call our soft top or custard top. So what it's going to do is it's going to create a very soft layer on the sweet potato pudding, and that really helps to complement the sweet potato pudding. Some people don't like it. I sometimes don't care for it, and other times I will. So today I'm going to show you how I make it with the custard top. So you want to put all of that, and then you want to bake it again for about another hour or so, or until the custard top is completely absorbed and you don't see any of the white milk on top of the sweet potato. So that's what you're aiming for. So this is what the sweet potato pudding looks like fresh out of the oven, and I'm going to do a close-up so you guys can see what it looks like. What I typically do now is leave it for a few hours to completely cool down before I take it out of the baking pan. And this is what the sweet potato pudding looks like outside of the pan. And that's how you make sweet potato pudding. Enjoy it hot or cold. It is delicious regardless of however you have it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, comment and subscribe to the channel, support the channel, and I will catch you guys on the other side.